It has been 7 years since the Cell games, and everything on Earth is in a giant state of peace. Mainly since Cell himself is a good guy. Due to Frieza and his father never coming to Earth and giving Cell the evil genes he possessed, he was able to move past his original programming of killing Goku, and being able to think for himself and become an anti-hero. He trains with all of the Saiyans all the time, as he does have a hell of a lot of Saiyan DNA inside himself. So, he wants to train pretty much all the time. Since he trains with Goku and Vegeta a lot, Vegeta was able to access the power of Super Saiyan 2 in this time. Goku had already known Super Saiyan 2 after being able to unlock it in the Time Chamber, but is able to increase his own Super Saiyan 2 in these years and even master it. I still don't think he'd be able to get Super Saiyan 3 while he's alive, but could get really close to it. Gohan himself has largely given up on being a fighter, since he has no reason to anymore. He still trains with his father and Cell occasionally, but for the most part is just doing his best to become a scholar. The peace is threatened with the arrival of Babidi and Deborah, who have come to awaken the evil Majin Buu. Our heroes of course go off to stop them, with this going a lot easier than it did in canon. You see, since Goku is alive this time, Vegeta doesn't have a reason to want to seriously fight him, since he can just do that whenever he wants to. Without a need for him to go Majin Vegeta, Babidi most likely wouldn't be able to awaken Majin Buu. He could try to take over Cell, who does have some evil in his heart, but Cell is strong enough now to be able to resist the magic. Vegeta admits that in canon he let Babidi take him over, meaning he was strong enough to be able to resist it. So, in this scenario, with Cell being even stronger than Vegeta was in canon, I'm pretty sure that he'd resist being taken over. Cell and Deborah would have a pretty good fight though, with Cell coming out on top, Babidi being defeated, and Buu not being awakened. So yeah, the Buu saga is prevented pretty fast in this scenario. Shin and Gabito are impressed on the group for dealing with the threat so easily, and thank them all for their help. They take Buu's egg off to be destroyed, with the group resuming their training. Some more years go by, with Beerus eventually coming to the planet to find a Super Saiyan god. This arc I'm not going to dive too far into, since it would largely go down as normal, with the only change being that Cell would take part in the ritual since he has a lot of Saiyan DNA inside himself, which would probably count as him being a Saiyan, meaning Videl gets to hide her pregnancy for a little bit longer. Goku would still become the Super Saiyan God, and the rest of the arc plays out as normal, with God Goku just being a lot stronger than he was in canon, but not enough to change the story at all. The next big change to happen would be in Resurrection F. Goku and Vegeta are still off-world training with Whis, with the two strongest fighters on the planet right now being Cell and Gohan. Gohan has been severely lacking on his training, with Cell trying to get him back into the fighting scene, but he's not able to do much about it. Once Frieza arrives on Earth though, Gohan has no choice but to come back into the battlefield. Gohan's PTSD of Namek rears its head when he lays his eyes on Frieza. Frieza was the one who activated his Super Saiyan form in the first place, due to the cruelty that he inflicted on Piccolo and his friends. Though Frieza hasn't come alone this time, he's brought his father with him, King Cold. Remember, King Cold never came to Earth in this series, since he never knew how Frieza died, though the Frieza Force was able to discover the existence of the Dragon Balls on Earth eventually, and use those to revive Frieza. Once Frieza was brought back, he explained how he was killed by the Super Saiyan brat, Son Gohan, and that they need to train to be able to take him on. Frieza and King Cold train together, and are now back here for revenge. Frieza, of course, instantly attacks Gohan himself, eager to get revenge for the way he killed him on Namek. Unfortunately, Gohan isn't a match for him in the slightest, since he's been slacking on his training. He's way under Frieza's level now, and can't do anything even when he powers up into his Super Saiyan 2. Frieza laughs at this, since the brat that killed him grew up to be a worthless pile of trash. Gohan is brutally beaten down, and is only able to survive thanks to Cell coming in to save him. Cell and Frieza begin their battle, with the two being evenly matched for the most part. Frieza tells Cell that he's not going to stop him from getting his revenge on Gohan, and bursts into his golden form to push Cell away. Cell was not expecting this boost in power from Frieza, and is beaten into the dirt very badly. He is baffled on how he, the perfect being, is nothing to this monster, and is thrown aside like nothing. If he didn't have his regeneration on the side, then he would have been done for. Unfortunately for Cell, he won't have his own golden form to fight back in. due to him not having any of Frieza's cells, so he has no more transformations he can use to fight back. With Gohan and Cell out of the fight, it all seems done for, until thankfully, Goku and Vegeta arrive back from Beerus' planet in their new Super Saiyan Blue forms, to deal with Frieza and the new Golden King Cold. Thankfully, Goku and Vegeta are a lot stronger in this scenario thanks to training with Cell for 7 years, so with their new Super Saiyan Blue forms, they're able to easily take on Golden Frieza and Golden King Cold with no problem. Since both of them are fighting at the same time, neither of the Frost Demons get the chance to destroy the planet, meaning Whis doesn't have to rewind time at all, and Frieza and King Cold are killed by the two Saiyans. After this battle, Goku and Vegeta really give it to Gohan, with them saying that it's fine if he wants to be a scholar and all, but he really shouldn't neglect his training. He was the Saiyan to kill Frieza and be the very first Super Saiyan, yet he couldn't defeat Frieza at all this time. If he wants to protect his family, especially his new daughter Pan, then he's going to have to train. Gohan takes these words to heart and knows that he's going to have to really get into it again. Cell goes up to Gohan, telling him that he was embarrassed by being defeated as well. Though, there is a way for both of them to get stronger. The Supreme Kai does owe him a favor after he helped defeat Deborah and prevent Boo from being unleashed, so maybe they can go off with him. Gohan doesn't want to leave Earth and his family behind, but Fidel tells him to go off and do it. If he's able to get stronger and protect her and Pan, then this is something he needs to do. Gohan thanks Fidel and goes off with Cell to Shin's planet. The two train under Shin and Kibito with the Z-Sword, which Gohan was thankfully able to free. After training with the sword, Shin decides to test out its durability with Kachin, and that goes as well as it normally does, with the sword breaking and Elder Kai being unleashed. As thanks for being freed from the sword, Elder Kai says that he'll help them unlock their hidden potential. The group is surprised to see Elder Kai freed, and have him actually be able to unlock potential. They'll have to try it and see if it actually works. Gohan goes first with the ritual, taking quite a bit of time and him getting kind of annoyed since nothing seems to be happening. But when the Elder Kai is finished, he tells Gohan to power up, which he does, and he powers up into Ultimate Gohan. Gohan is shocked on this new power he's achieved, as it's amazing. He was holding all this power inside himself? Elder Kai remarks that Gohan had a lot of amazing power, and he was able to draw out all that he could. But there is still a way to evolve the ultimate form with that kind of Saiyan biology he has. So, if he trains some more with the ultimate form, then he can gain even more power. Now, it's Cell's turn for the ritual, with him taking a lot longer to get it done, since he's not a real person and is an android. Once Elder Kai finishes, however, Cell powers up into his ultimate form. Elder Kai tells him that he has a lot of Saiyan DNA inside himself, and with enough training like Gohan, he may be able to achieve a similar evolution to what Gohan may be able to. The two thank the Kais for all their help and continue training up here together to get a new handle on their new ultimate powers. That is until Goku and Vegeta show up to inform them of the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. Cell fancies tournaments and is eager to participate, with him convincing Gohan to as well. That way, they can test out their new ultimate forms on actual threats. With them on the team, the Universe 7 team consists of Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Cell, and Monaka, unfortunately. The first few matches happen as normal, with Goku fighting with Botamo and Frost until he loses to Frost due to him cheating. The next warrior that joined the fight, however, is Cell, since he wants to settle the score against somebody who looks like Frieza. Cell and Frost battle it out, with Frost attempting to stab Cell with the poison needle, though since Cell has a very different biology than the others, it doesn't affect him at all, and Frost is knocked right out of the ring. Cell is the victor, though that also means the others never found out that Frost was actually a bad dude, and Goku is unable to be reinstated in the tournament. The next few matches are a cakewalk for Cell, as Magetta is really nothing to him due to his immense ultimate form, and when Kaba comes in to fight next, Cell actually does help Kaba transform into a Super Saiyan, as he wants a better challenge. Cell did try and get Gohan to become a Super Saiyan 2 in canon to get a better fight, so I feel it's in character for Cell to try and do the same with Kaba here. Cell does win the fight though, of course, and goes up against Hit next. The assassin Hit is able to wipe the floor with Cell, which really gets Cell on his bad side, since he isn't able to predict the movements of Hit at all. Cell is eventually knocked out of the ring, with Vegeta next to jump in. Vegeta transforms into his Super Saiyan Blue state to battle with Hit, and while he is able to last a lot longer due to him being in full power as Super Saiyan Blue, he isn't able to discover more about the time skip that Hit displays, and is knocked out as well. Thankfully, Gohan was able to learn a lot by watching Hit fight Cell and Vegeta, and once he goes into fight, he's able to predict where Hit is going to go with the time skip, and actually is able to land some blows. Hit is surprised that he was found out, and decides to just go all out to finish Gohan. The two have an intense battle, with Gohan's ultimate form being enough to keep him going into fight, though it really isn't enough, as without any godly ki or any extra Kaioken on his side, he really doesn't stand much of a chance. Gohan is eliminated. Though, Hit respects Gohan enough for putting up such a good fight that he intentionally loses to Monaka like in canon, so Universe 7 can win the tournament. The tournament is won, with Universe 7 barely winning it in the end. Gohan and Hit smile to each other before they leave, as this battle has shown Gohan that there are so many more strong people out there with strange abilities. And from now on, he's going to keep up with his training enough to be able to take all of these guys on and protect his family. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, with Cell being a pretty big player in the rest of the series, and Gohan learning not to slack off on his training a lot earlier than he did before. If you guys want to see the next episode faster, then make sure to get this video to 500 likes. That's if we can hit that, then I'll be sure to get that out for you guys. Before I go, huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons for your continued support. In the official patron tier, we have Nathan, BBB, and Bossmaker. In the moving up in the world tier, we have Patrick Sandlin, John Lister, Senshenron92, Oakwood Tree, Ogata Shiba, Monal, Blake Foyer, Matthew Garcia, Vegito Gaming 72, True Lightning Striker, Joseph Calvin Liu, Semroth, and Dreadpool. In the VIP patron tier, we have Always Zero and 11726. And finally, in the God tier, we have Tony Kage, Tails Homie 99, and Caleb Gotcha FNAF. Thank you, especially you three. You guys are absolute gods. And thank all of you so much for watching. Until we meet again, you guys. See you later!